Namaskar, welcome to Pradipta's Musings. Today is auspicious birth anniversary or Janma Tithi of Swami Saradananda Maharaj, who is a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa. He was born as Sri Sarat Chandra Chakravarti in a very affluent family of 19th century Kolkata, and he was a very brilliant student. He got admission into a medical school, but he dropped out to serve Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa, who was his guru. His life was an ideal one, a life of service, a life of dedication towards the cause of humanity. It was a very pious life, a life full of divine actions dedicated at the altar of his Guru Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa. Swami Saradananda had taken over the charge of Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission at the time of its birth as secretary of the Mutt and Mission according to the wish of his monastic brother Swami Vivekananda. He accomplished that task very efficiently, but while dispensing that responsibility, he also did three very important tasks as parallel ones and which are of great significance. The first one is taking over the charge of the religious magazine Udbodhan, which was started by Swami Vivekananda himself. During the times of deep financial crisis, and relentlessly worked to keep the magazine going and helped in its survival. He took loan to build a house for the Holy Mother to stay, as well as to run as an office for Udbodhan. In doing so, he was fulfilling the wish of Swami Vivekananda when he had been requested by Swami Vivekananda to take care of the comforts and needs of Holy Mother and give her a house of her own, which was very much required. Swami Saradananda took loans to build the house for Holy Mother to stay. There was a shrine as well as rooms for the mother to stay in that house, and in the lower story of the house, the office of Udbodhan was formed. So it was a huge burden, like financial burden, those days, in the early days of Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission. But Swami Saradananda took up the responsibility in such a way which has become an example, a burning example to be followed till date. He started writing the Sri Ramakrishna Leela Prasanga, which is one of the masterpieces of Bengali literature till date. And in this book, he has written about the reminiscences of Sri Ramakrishna and all his disciples during his stay at Dakshineshwar temple premises. This book actually was written as a series for Udbodhan magazine, mainly to pay off the debt which occurred due to the loan taken to build the house of Udbodhan for Holy Mother and also to run the office of Udbodhan magazine. Swami Saradananda did not finish the book. The book remained unfinished because as soon as the loans were paid back, he stopped it, saying that now it's no more required to write down anything, because the purpose of writing the series is now over. So it shows such great detachment of Swamiji towards the activity he was doing. And whenever he was asked when the book is going to get finished, because the book had become very popular once when the series were published as a whole book, that everyone was asking when Swamiji is going to finish the book. But he used to always say, it's all divine will, it's all by the will and grace of Sri Ramakrishna, and if he wills, then only he will be able to write. So the matter ended there itself, and till date the book is in an unfinished condition. But this is one of the most authentic books about Sri Ramakrishna, along with the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna by Srima, because it has been written in a very authentic way and in a very beautiful language, comprising of all the exact reminiscences of the days spent by the great master Sri Ramakrishna with all his disciples. And another great task which Swami Saradananda Maharaj has done is keeping his promise to Swami Vivekananda of providing a house of our own to the Holy Mother. Swami Vivekananda had great respect for women, and similarly Swami Saradananda also was a great support for all women whom he had come in contact with. Those days, it's a matter of great significance that in spite of being a renunciate monastic personality, he had such divine respect and such great feelings towards the cause of women. Holy Mother and all her associates like Yogin Ma, Golab Ma and other women who used to always be with Holy Mother were all held in high esteem by Swami Saradananda, and he used to look after their needs and comforts. Even the first president of Sri Sharada Math, Pravrajika Bharati Prana Mataji, was guided by Swami Saradananda, and Swamiji was like a father figure to her, and he had taught her many ways of leadership, as well as he gave her several teachings regarding spirituality, which paved the path of spiritual enlightenment of Sri Bharati Panra Mataji. Swami Saradananda used to consider every woman he came in contact with as an image of the Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi, and hence was full of respect for all the women. Once it so happened that one of the monastic members had visited Udbodhan, where there used to be always a stream of female visitors, and he was irritated and he used some harsh language against women. Swami Saradananda immediately, very firmly reprimanded that monastic member of the organization and warned him never to use any harsh language or any abusive language against women, because they are all embodiments of the Holy Mother. Swami Saradananda was a great humanitarian who was full of deep love and empathy for humanity. Once it so happened, someone was suffering from smallpox and was staying alone in a small hut near the Ganga. As soon as Swami Saradananda came to know about that person, he ran to his service, took care of him, nursed him, and till he became okay, he took care of that person afflicted with smallpox. He used to take great care of all the patients who used to come for treatment in the charitable dispensary run by Ramakrishna Math and Mission those days. And once it so happened, he had gone to visit a person afflicted with tuberculosis, and there he even had fruits cut by that person, and that person ill with tuberculosis was spitting also around while talking to Swamiji. And Swamiji was not at all reluctant to have those fruits cut by and offered by that diseased man. Later, when his associate and his sevak asked him why he had not been careful while taking the fruits offered by a person afflicted with tuberculosis, Swamiji answered that Sri Ramakrishna had told him, if someone offers something with love and devotion, then it will do no harm. Such was his devotion for his Guru, and with such faith he used to listen to his Guru's words. So these are the beautiful lessons which we can learn from Swami Saradananda's life, that what respect he had for all women. He had great respect and devotion for his Guru and his ideals. He was a great humanitarian who served the cause of humanity to the highest ideal, and he was a person of detached ownership who was never attached to the fruits of his action or even to his action. He was just following divine will and his Guru's instructions. His life was an embodiment of service, renunciation, and respect for humanity. I pay my homage to the great soul Swami Saradananda. हरि ओम तत्सत। श्री राम कृष्णार्पणमस्तु।